Hi guys, there's a new address about to sit on Sheikh Zayed Road, the first standalone villa community to launch on this stretch since Emirates Hills opened in 2006. That's not a marketing line, by the way, that's a 20-year gap. Hi, my name's Naveed. I'm also known as the Expat Guru. I've spent the last 16 years advising investors on villa and master planned communities across Dubai and the UAE. And today I'm going to be breaking down a very special project called Lunaya. What is it? Who's building it? And whether it deserves a place on your shortlist. Before we get into it, I've put together a free investment guide covering this corridor of Dubai and how it compares to the established villa communities. Links in the description below, or you can message me directly on my WhatsApp number, which is in the description. First, the people. Lunaya is a joint venture between ZAYA, led by Nadia Zal, the name behind Al Barari, one of Dubai's most established green communities, and FIVE Holdings, led by Kabir Malchadani. Between them, these two groups have delivered over $10 billion in real estate in the last 15 years alone. That matters more than it sounds. In this market, you're not just buying a villa, you're buying a developer's track record for finishing what they start on time and at the quality that they promise. Al Barari took years to mature into what it is today, seeing some phenomenal return of investment. Now the location, this is the part investors need to actually understand and not just glance at it. I think this corridor is going to be off the charts for the future. Lunaya sits directly off Sheikh Zayed Road with 3-lane entry and exit on both sides, right at what's being positioned as Dubai's next growth corridor around it. You've got some genuinely large numbers moving, a $20 billion relaunch of Palm Jebel Ali, a $55 billion expansion of Al Maktoum International Airport, a multi-billion dollar southern waterfront explosion doubling Dubai's coastline, and Expo City evolving into the UAE's first realized 15-minute city. Individually, any one of those reasons should make you pay attention. Together, they're describing where Dubai is deliberately steering its next decade of growth, and Lunaya has positioned itself at the gateway of that corridor, roughly 12 minutes to Dubai, roughly 12 to 15 minutes from Dubai South, JBR and Marina, depending on where you're headed. This is the difference between buying into the established price community versus getting in ahead of infrastructure that's still being built. So what are you actually buying? Lunaya's collection has 4 typologies. The Bloom, a 4-bedroom townhouse overlooking parks and green expansions. The Rise, a 4-bedroom maisonette overlooking parks and lagoons. And June, a 5-bedroom duet with its own pool overlooking swimmable lagoons. At the top, Sol, a 5-bedroom standalone villa, also with a private pool, over 8,000 square feet of sellable area. Across the whole community, only 564 units. 65% of that is to be green spaces and close to 900,000 square of swimmable lagoons. The ratios are just not anywhere in Dubai. Only 30% of it is going to be built up. Less than 30% of the total footprint is actually built up. That ratio is rare in Dubai right now. And it's the same design language that made Al Barari. And it made it command a premium for years to come. Amenities read like a small resort, a paddle court, a tennis court, outdoor lagoon, cinema, biohacking suite, and a 4.5 kilometer running and cycling trail, farm to table dining, indoor kids clubs. This isn't a villa community with a gym and bolted on. It's built as a wellness resort. On the payment structure, Lunaya is offering a 40-60 payment plan. So that's 40% during the construction period and 60% on delivery. That is a meaningful, accessible entry point for any project at this location and specification. I'm not going to read out every price point on the camera because your ideal unit depends entirely on your budget, your exit strategy, and whether you want this as an end user or a pure investor. That's exactly the kind of thing that we work through on a one-to-one meeting. But directionally, entry sits in townhouses territory in the mid-single digit millions, scaling up to the standalone sole villas, which are in the mid-teens. What I say is Zaya's own track record at Al Barari has seen values roughly double in the last 3 years. That is a performance guarantee that no one else will be able to give you. Here's the honest read. Dubai South Corridor, Jebel Ali, Dubai South to the new Palm, Jebel Ali is where the next wave of infrastructure spend is landing. Early movers into Al Barari, into Arabian Ranches in its first phases, into Dubai Marina before the skyline even existed. Those are the buyers that are sitting on the biggest gains today. Lunaya is launching at a similar inflection point. Limited count of units, which are 564 in total, split across 4 typologies on a stretch of Sheikh Zayed Road that hasn't seen a new standalone villa launch in 2 decades. Once the first phase of inventory moves and the off-plan launches like this typically move fast, when the developer pedigree is so strong, the entry point of price you're seeing today won't be available on this project again. You have to move fast. If you're an expat or an investor thinking about seriously about the next phase of Dubai growth, not the part of the city that have already peaked and don't have any value in them, but where the capital is also going to be flowing next, Lunaya deserves a proper look. The window to secure early phase pricing is genuinely going to be narrow. Grab the free guide using the link below or contact me directly with my WhatsApp number to see what the unit availabilities are and what the layouts are going to be like and what pricing is like for you. I'm Naveed, also known as the Expat Guru. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.